Let me take this opportunity to welcome those from outside our beautiful parish. Our usual warm welcome to the wonderful parish of St. Elizabeth, and also to welcome those locals who are here this morning to participate in this ceremony, and hope that you will enjoy the day with us. As you might all know, the town of Malvern has been made famous with one of the best climates in the world. It was rated the 8th best climate on the globe. Today, the historic town at 2,300 feet above sea level also boasts the education capital of the parish, as it is the home of Monroe College, Hampton School, Bethlehem Teachers College, and of course, there are primary and infant institutions in the area as well. Today, as we gather here, Minister Mckenzie, the town will create history again with the installation of this new innovation, a water shop. The St. Elizabeth Municipal Corporation, as one of its mandates, is to provide water to communities across the parish. And MP Witter, you are well aware of this, having one of the driest areas in the parish. The minor water supply system is one of the many services provided by the corporation. This water supply system comprises rainwater catchment tanks, wayside tanks, entomb springs, and gravity-fed systems, and also, perhaps most importantly, the trucking of water by the corporation. This new facility today, residents and friends, will assist in bringing more water to this community. Water is life, and the municipal corporation is very much aware of this. The government of Jamaica, under the leadership of the Most Honorable Andrew Holness, is also aware of this and working assiduously to improve the supply distribution of water to residents throughout Jamaica. And this is why our minister, the Honorable Desmond Mckenzie, is today opening this water shop to be able to provide more water to the people specifically of the retirement area in which we sit here this morning. Let me therefore use this opportunity to thank the ministry and the minister for this project, and to let me implore all the residents and community members who might avail themselves of it to take care of the facility and make the fullest use of this. Because the truth is that there are many other communities throughout the island and throughout the parish as well that would love to have a facility such as this. And let me interject and express my sorrow at not having made mention of the Jamaica Fire Service in my salutations. I therefore welcome you all once again to Malvern, to the ceremony of the opening of this water shop. And once again, Minister, on behalf of the community and the municipal corporation, we thank you for this wonderful initiative to our parish. God bless you.
And you know, what I'm happy about is to know that we are amongst the first, because I know Minister has great plans as it relates to minor water supply right across Jamaica. But I'm very happy to know that we are one of the first recipients of this establishment. And I'm very happy today to be the Member of Parliament for this constituency and receiving this wonderful establishment, wonderful water shop from our minister. I think it's going to go a far way in improving the lives of our citizens of this community. As you know, we in South St. Elizabeth, and as Mayor Sangsa mentioned earlier, we have been plagued with drought for many, many years in these parts. Sometimes when you leave from South St. Elizabeth and you reach in the north, you wonder if you're in a different parish. Yes, because you leave from here and it is hot and dry, and by the time you reach Santa Cruz, then you end up into a lot of rains and green vegetation. But our people in the south have always been very, very innovative and have learned over the years to manage the situation when these difficult times arrive. And today, I'm very happy that the government of Jamaica, through the initiative of our minister, are able to help us to deal with the challenges. As you know, today, we are facing, right across the world, a challenge as it relates to climate change. I think most of us would have heard the Prime Minister mention about the new initiatives that he's coming up with to tackle the problem of climate change. So we are going to be in a position to be more resilient as the climate change creep upon us. And I believe that this water shop here today will be of great benefit to the people of Malvern and its surrounding. So I want us to, as community members, to make sure that we take good care of it, because sometimes we get these facilities in our community and we allow it to depreciate, and over time then it does not is not able to serve the purpose for which it was intended for. So today I want to take this opportunity to implore all of us as community members to make sure that we take care of the facility so that it will be able to serve us and generations to come. I want to thank you very much. God bless you all.
I deem it a tremendous privilege and a great opportunity to be associated with this event here in retirement this morning. And I must pay tribute to the Honorable Minister, the best minister of local government who has ever sat in this country of Jamaica. And I say this, Mr. Chairman, without fear of contradiction from any quarters. This man is an innovator. He has created and he has put into effect so many things in the Ministry of Local Government that some of the times you'll have to sit down and wonder what the previous ministers of local government were actually doing. It's hard to look around and identify projects that you can actually associate with them. They might have come and dealt with things that were there before, but you can't find anything to actually associate with them. And so I congratulate you, Minister, and I say, well done. You have left your mark. If you leave tomorrow morning, your footsteps are going to be so big, your shoes are going to be so big that I don't know who is going to fill them. And so this morning, we are here for the opening of the water shop. As my member of parliament has mentioned, this is one of the areas that suffers significantly when we have a drought. And the water shop being here will alleviate this problem in the time of drought, because I'm going to insist and I'm going to make certain that the water, that it has water. Water must be there. We are not, I don't want my residents to come and to look at a structure and to call me and tell me how beautiful the structure is, but no water, no up there. Water will have to be here all the time. And I'm going to insist that it is here. Because, boy, you have to come over here to really know the destruction and the damage that drought can actually cause in these parts. I am extremely grateful. I'm elated. And I just want to appeal to my constituents. Do not abuse this facility. Take good care of it. Ensure that it works so that when it's being what should I say now? when other systems are going to come on stream in other areas, nobody will question it and nobody will be able to point and say, why some did put up and then I work so nobody with it. We don't want to see that. We want you to protect it. You want to make sure that everything goes right. And so once again, I thank you for coming out because I know in these circumstances, having drought for 9 months and 2 weeks no rain start to fall, it's not easy to leave your farms to be here this morning, and I appreciate it 100%. So, without any further ado, and with these few words, I bring you greetings. Thank you very much.
Today I bring you greetings on this special occasion. I deem it a very special occasion as I came over the winding roads of Malvern, because not only would I come here today to support my long-time friend Donald in his division, but for the minister to open this water shop in St. Elizabeth, I deem it a great, great pleasure, and I believe that's a very good initiative. I heard Franklin say that it came first in his own constituency, but from my recollection, sometime early this year or last year, the minister has been busy in the parish of Manchester. And so today I want to commend this water shop. And as I said, I want to commend the Honorable Minister. I can't pour all the kudos that my friend Donald pour on him. I know my good friend Montague will call me later and say, Fisher, hear what to say. And I know Arscott will call me. But I will not be a hypocrite neither to say that this minister, if there's one word to describe him, he is a very innovative person. There were things that many did not realize that could have been done in the ministry. There are things that persons only look forward to, like a cleaning a drain and bushing off the hedges. But I will be the first to tell you, despite my political affiliation, that this Minister Desmond Mckenzie has brought some useful, innovative action to the ministry, and it has changed the landscape that we as councillors have worked with. And you know, I don't come for the long speech, and I didn't come to beg the minister a road. But I want to say this. As a justice of the peace, when I close most of my letter, I'll say to the person I'm writing it or the organization, I have no reservation in recommending this person. I want to say it publicly for all to hear. I have no reservation in recommending the Honorable Desmond Mckenzie, who has brought all these new and fresh initiatives to the local government authority. I believe that we are in good stead and looking forward to a bright future. Thank you.
The occasion today is one that I take a lot of pride in. It is said that water is life. And everybody, regardless of your status in life, is expected to benefit from that precious commodity that we call water. There's no denying that the history of St. Elizabeth tells you that this is one of the most productive parish in Jamaica. It is referred to as the bread basket. It's the belly of the country. But also, it is a parish that is severely hampered by the lack of water. And the people in St. Elizabeth and in areas such as this, and on the plains down in Treasure Beach, Flagaman and that area, must be commended, because for communities that is short on regular water, not just for domestic purposes, but for agricultural purposes. For the parish to do as well as you have been doing under trying circumstances. It is right when we take off the name Saint Elizabeth, but refer to you as Saint Bess, because you are truly one of the best parishes in Jamaica. The government is conscious of the needs of the residents of St. Elizabeth, and not just St. Elizabeth alone. On Tuesday, the Most Honorable Prime Minister in Parliament spoke about the challenges we face in providing water to many parts of Jamaica. I understand that for the last 9 months, you have been experiencing a severe drought in this part of the parish. And finally, the drought has been broken. And many of the farmers and many of you have used the opportunity to do as much as you possibly can while the precious commodity is available. Today we are here to officially open the third water shop that we have constructed over the last 2 years. I want to make it clear that we are not saying that the construction of this facility is the answer to the problems that many people face. But it is a start in providing water for this community. The construction of this facility is the first one of 4 that we are constructing in St. Elizabeth. When I leave here, I'm going down to Southfield to open another one. 2 more will be constructed, and I hope, Mr. Wilson and Mayor, that at least we can complete at least 1 more before the end of the calendar year. And we are going down to Myersville, and then we're going to Trial in Junction with the other one. And I want Mayor Sangster to announce that commencing next year, we will build 2 additional shops in Pedro Plains and Brampton, the other side of the constituency of the parish, which has a severe water problem also. So instead of the 4 that I announced in Parliament for St. Elizabeth, you are getting an additional 2 to make 6 of these facilities spread across the parish in areas that desperately need water supply. 16,000 gallons of water will service this community, which has over a population of 3 or more thousand residents. As I said before, it is not the answer to the problems. But it is better you do something on a small scale instead of doing nothing at all. I want to also go a little bit further. This facility, there will be no fees attached for the water that you will get from the facility. So nobody do have to worry about paying to get the water. Because the same way you would truck the water, and by the time the truck come up the hill, half of it throw away. And then you have some people who, when they're delivering the water, they ask you who you did vote for. I want to make it clear that this facility is for the people of this area, regardless of your political persuasion. The water is for the people. And we are committed in ensuring that you have adequate water supplies. And I'm announcing today that we are going to be providing $24 million to the St. Elizabeth Municipal Corporation once the documentation has been completed to purchase 2 brand new water trucks to service the facility. And one of the reasons why we're doing that, and I'm glad I have the occasion to speak to this issue. I get complaints, and I listen to a audio recording coming out of a meeting of the municipal corporation, where councillors were complaining about water. The facts are that private trucks under the public health law must meet the requirements. They must be sterilized, certified before they can deliver the water. I want to make it clear that no municipal corporation should use any trucks that refuse to get the proper certification to distribute water. And I want you, the people, to understand that we have to take into consideration your personal interests, because you don't want a truck that is pulling sewage or pulling chemicals to be delivering water for you to drink and to cook with. The municipal corporations have an obligation And I have said to them, anyone who refuses to comply, it is better you ask the Ministry of Local Government to buy 1 truckload of bottled water and give you more than to use a contaminated truck to provide water for your own personal benefit. And that is why we are going to be providing right across the country in the new financial year coming at least 1 water truck for every municipal corporation in Jamaica to assist in the distribution of water to the people who desperately needs water. So St. Elizabeth and a parish like Manchester and Clarendon and sections of Portland are parishes which we have seen the need, the real need to provide water. In discussions with the Prime Minister a couple of weeks ago, the Cabinet have asked me to prepare a comprehensive program to deal with minor water supplies, because it is the responsibility of the local authorities to provide minor water supplies to communities that needs it. And we are obligated. It is our commitment to provide water. But I want to urge you, the residents, not to support the call for using trucks that are not certified to deliver water. It is in your interest to ensure that the proper things are used to deliver water. So today, as I open this facility, I want to urge you, I want to say to you that this is an investment that you have made, because it is your property tax money that has been used to construct this facility. But it is also, ladies and gentlemen, in your best interest to protect that facility. Do not abuse it. So far, the 3 that we have opened, 2 in Manchester and 1 in Clarendon, are operating in a manner that I am pleased. No complaints. And I know St. Bess will do better, because instead of 4, you're getting 6. And so I want to say to the councillor and to all the residents here that this is your piece of the rock. As I said before, it is not the answer to the problems, but at least it is the start of something that we intend to expand on over the next couple of years. Last thing I want to say before I take my seat is that we are working with the St. Elizabeth Municipal Corporation. Right now we're spending some $16 million in building a new administrative office on the grounds of the infirmary in Santa Cruz. And also, we are going to be constructing, and that has been completed, which was open, I think, last year I opened a couple of months ago. In May, I opened the drop-in facility in Black River. So, ladies and gentlemen, this government is about providing the basic needs for the people. We have just completed the renovation to the Black River Market. And we are now going to be turning our attention to the Santa Cruz Market, which desperately is in need of attention. But there are going to be challenges in Santa Cruz. And I'm going to ask the mayor from early to start to engage the vendors. Santa Cruz is developing into one of our fastest growing urban rural centers in Jamaica. And there is a need for a response. And we're going to be turning our attention to the Santa Cruz Market. But today, I'm here to open this facility, and I urge you, use it and use it well. Remember, there is no charge for water from this facility. I thank you. Well, I'm in the parish of St. Elizabeth today. I have just opened the third water shop here in retirement in the Malvern area. This facility will provide over some 16,000 gallons of water on a daily basis to residents in the community. And then I'll be going down to Southfield to open another facility of its kind here in St. Elizabeth. You know, St. Elizabeth, this part of the parish is one that is severely affected by a shortage of water. And this is just some of the initiatives that the government is using to get portable water to many communities. As I've said before, this is not the answer to the water problem, but at least it is a start in trying to bring some level of comfort to communities such as this across the country.
Franklin with a Member of Parliament for Southeast St. Elizabeth. I think this is a great initiative for the people of these areas. I think most Jamaicans would be aware that South St. Elizabeth is one of the driest areas in Jamaica, and we have always suffered from drought, and we just gone through a 9 months dry spell, and we are very happy to receive this facility to give support to our residents here. I think it is going to go a far way in making life better for the people of Malvern.